What's up, guys? This is Binary from Binary. She's an awesome, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Robot Wars Judgment. At some point, I'm probably gonna have to go back and rename all the other episodes so that they actually follow a structured episode format instead of just saying episode 1, part this of this. In any case, last time again, episode 6. The chapter that I really wish they had like a thing where they actually told you what chapter it was, like maybe in the reference or something, but I don't know I have no idea which chapter it is. I forgot what the name of it was already. It was like Falling Skies Part 1 or something. It's Part 1 of something. In any case, let's get right into the enemy's turn. Go! I'm going to defend on the off chance that he manages to hit me with that 0% hit chance that he has. Behold, the power of the coordinators. Well, you're gonna miss, so I'm actually really nice. Shut up, NVIDIA. Don't install a game-ready driver that I'm not going to use ever. One moment, folks. Swear to God, NVIDIA. I don't play Grand Theft Auto. I don't even own Grand Theft Auto. Stop trying to update the thing for Grand Theft Auto that I do not need, nor want, nor will ever use. Begone. What if I don't wanna? I like it here. What with this totally not real sky, because this is a space station. Seriously, you'd expect to see like stars or something. It's a slight oversight on the part of the game designer. I don't really care because it's not that. I mean, it could be helping. I mean, you know, but still, it's unacceptable. Clearly, this is the top of the line AI as they go and try to hit the guys that they can't hit, wasting their energy. I was very prepared, IG. I used Excel and Focus. In any case, now I can finally finish repairing you. What is your chance of hitting me? 10. Yes, Miguel is a leader unit, and like most leader units, I'm pretty sure he has drops. Let's see what we'll get if we kill him. We will get a booster, a propellant tank, a repair kit. The booster is probably the thing I care about most in that set, because I can give it to Mazinger. In addition to this, there's also, well, he doesn't drop any modules. Okay, so he's just dropping some expendable crap and also a booster. Oh, but wait, the important part is he doesn't retreat. Okay, good. That's what I need to make sure of. You're just gonna stay here, Aphrodite, so you can repair him. Actually, it'd be best not to move him that turn. Instead, I'm gonna twin daggers you. Hope to God that you don't hit because, longbow, not tanky at all. Ooh, a crit. Then again, Tenya is probably helping with that. I wasn't there when that happened. Is it gonna hit? Is it gonna hit? What was that? I love that quote. I honestly can't tell if she's being serious, but I still love that quote anyway. It's still kind of silly. There, you can move over here. Subaru Squadron can move ahead to take out the dude. You gotta be kidding. Oh, most of the Subaru Squadron can stay behind to do that. Here, let's just swap places with Ryoko and the Gundam. Strike Gundam. Rapid rifle, he's gonna die anyway. I will be incredibly impressed if he manages to dodge this. Firing away. So long. Farewell. Thanks for all the EXP and monies. Hikaru Amano. Support attack level 1. Ooh, she can support attack now. That's useful. Can you support attack yet? And you can't technically. I mean, you can technically support defend, but you can't really support defend yet either. Who's here? I wasn't paying enough attention. There is potentially a possibility that you might miss, but I don't think it was very high. Yes, enemy general units will typically have support defense at early points in the game. That isn't too much of a problem. The real problem is when it becomes the case that, oh god, why? Excuse me while I call some people to call some of my friends over to help me flip this desk thing because I can't. I swear to God, I can't do it on my own. Although it's also a bookshelf, so that's entirely understandable. I physically can't flip it because there's a wall in the way. I'm going to save the game twice, just for good measure. Why if I am? Hikaru, yes. Yes, have Hikaru block the... No. No. If this kills him, which I really doubt that it will, I won't have to deal with manual attack. Support attack me. Usually units that have support defense also have support attack. Keep this in mind. That being said, not too many of those or no, Grunt units don't tend to have any terrific abilities. Sometimes they do, but usually they do not. Same like both the pilot and the unit itself. The only times the unit will have special abilities and stuff, but it's when it's a well, certain specific units like give me an example. That does a lot of damage. What is a good example that of one that I don't think we've seen. We haven't seen a unit that's a good example enough yet. I will bring up the good example when it comes. I'd rather defend, actually, and have Hikaru not do anything. Out of the way, you impertinent natural. Hey, there are 5 of them. Don't be saying that's all piloted by one person, even though I'm pretty sure it's just the other 4 in it just for show. That's the other thing I don't get about, like, about 80s anime that had, like, or, 80s mech anime where they have, like, a bunch of people in one unit, but only the one guy actually ever does something. Gotcha! That wasn't a melee attack. Nor was it a grab attack. You didn't get anything. You got some EXP. Possibly. You would have gotten EXP if you're not an NPC. I wonder if it actually shows the EXP left towards the next level. So the next level he gets. I sincerely doubt it, but it would be silly if it did. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Didn't think it would. Would have been kind of silly if it did. Hey, Daisaku. Guts. I'm gonna go take out you. For some monies. Still look like daggers. They're not lances. You're even slashing with them. They're very clearly not lances. Glory be to Zap. There's a sort of funny thing is I think that in the OG games, the Divine Crusaders say like have the exact. In fact, I think a lot of the Divine Crusader lines are like ripped straight. Or actually, I think it would be the other way around because I think OG came before this. But like a lot of the Divine Crusaders, who are the rebellion people in the original Generations series. They have like the same quotes. Like they'll have like "I'm punching out" when they die sometimes. And they'll have "Glory be to the Divine Crusaders" and stuff like that. Also, Ninja's has mentioned that Divine Crusaders is a redundant name because Crusaders implies divineness. Okay. Step 1. Gonna cannon a dude. And this is where I don't like Akazuki. I have no way to boost his accuracy. Well, kind of. I can scan. Hey, Ruri. Scan. But beyond that, I have no way of being able to boost his, That might be good enough. I'm not really banking on this hitting, but I'm hoping that it will. This code doesn't really make much sense to me. Do you have phase shift armor too? No, that's just the damage enemy, or that's just the animation. Wow, this is probably going to hit because the enemies today have been having insane accuracy. Oh, look, it missed. Let's settle this like in that one anime. You know which one I'm talking about. That line is fun. I'm pretty sure. Did I mention that? No, I think I mentioned that in the old recording sessions, which I'm re-recording over. So I don't think I ever said that ever. Stenia, how many times can you use Shuri? You can use Shuri twice. Good. Focus. And Fury. Oh yeah, and in the meantime, hey Ryoko, prepare. Oh, say I can learn Trust. Prepare. Okay, good. Good. No one's going to die immediately. In that case, I use Fury, so I'm going to hope that this hit. Well, it's for one turn, although I sincerely doubt he's gonna attack me. You do. I'm telling you to. You're a video game character. You obey the laws of coding. You literally have no choice but to do this, because I have told you to do that. What? Shows you right for not even piloting us. Like, that's not even a special unit. It's just literally a lame grunt unit with a special pilot in it. Like, seriously. Anyway, we get some boosted money because we killed it. And also some boosted EXP. And we got to level 9. With both pilots, because both pilots are level 6. And of course, we got a booster! And also some other stuff that I'm probably never going to use. I'd sell them if I didn't think I'd need to use them at some point. System frozen. Gah! Do I have to punch out? What the? Another battleship? The Archangel. So, Miracle's engaging Zap 2. That word that Binary pronounced has been annihilated and... Wait. X-105 is that. X-105 is active. It's active? I'm just gonna say X105, or, yeah, well, X105. X105, do you copy? Who's the pilot? This is the X105 strike. Lieutenant Ramius speaking. Lieutenant Ramius? This is Lieutenant Natarl Badgirl. Gee, I wonder if that's foreshadowing. I'm glad to see you're alright, but what happened? Lieutenant Badgirl? Aren't you in prison? No, wait, wrong. That's not even referencing anything. I don't even know. Why are you... The ship's alright. But all the other high-ranking officers, including the captain, died in the attack. No, it can't be. A new ship. Was it designed to carry the mobile suits? What are we going to do now? That's the special assault ship, Archangel, which I've been assigned to. Kira, please take me there. Understood. Another ship? An ally, right? It's a Mobius Zero from the UEFA. The arcade says they're equipped with wire-controlled gun barrels that make absolutely no sense, and that only a few were deployed in certain ace batons. Let me clarify. The gun barrels make sense when you're not in an atmosphere, because when you're in space, you can sort of rely on the fact that there's no forces there's no wind to counteract forces. But here in an atmosphere, it makes absolutely zero sense to have like a, especially since there's also simulated gravity. So literally, you'll see what I'm talking about when you see the animation. And that only a few were deployed to certain ace battalions. Man, what a day! 2 ships inside the colony, even. This is Lieutenant Mulaf. There's a lot of lieutenants in this show, in Gundam Seed, apparently. I didn't even notice that before. I thought they were all different ranks. This is Lieutenant Mulaf Flaga of the 7th Mobile Fleet. Nadesco and Archangel. Did I seriously just say that? Nadesco and Archangel. Do you copy? Mulaf Flaga? Well, I didn't know the Hawk of Endi might, was stationed here. He's a Hawk? Why do you call him that? Or why do they call him that? The man's a famous ace of the Grimaldi front line. That's why. The Grimaldi front line. That was where the first battle broke out just before we headed for Mars, correct? That's right. The Mobius and Delphiniums didn't do much good in anti-mobile suit combat. In fact, the Federation was overwhelmed by them. It's said that in the end, he was the only man left standing on our side, piloting the Mobius Zero. I don't know who you are, but I'd prefer it if you didn't dredge up that kind of stuff. Also, I hate to tell you this, but the nearby Federation Armada was annihilated. No, just all casually. Oh yeah, by the way, this entire fleet of our side, gone. Oh, and did I mention there's another Zaf battalion on the way? Yeah. To get caught with egg on our faces at a time like this would be a disaster. What did you say? Well, that just happened. What was that? Outer colony wall damaged. It appears to be intact from Zaft. Moving alert level to 9. Shelters locked. The commander wants to destroy the colony. This is a neutral area. But it was deploying new weapons for the Mobile Federation's... That is not how you sentence binary. But it was developing new weapons for the Federation. Mobile suits were confirmed entering the dome hole via the outer... via the dome hole in the outer wall. Let's take him down! Lieutenant Bad Girl. Is it Bad Girl? Or Bad Girl? I'm gonna say Bad Girl because it's easier to pronounce. Or just Natara. The most experienced officer here is you, Lieutenant Ramius. I thought I might act as your proxy from now on. Me? Understood. Archangel, take off and return fire. Kira, make sure you equip the Sword Striker pack when you get a chance. Hold up, please. At this rate, Heliopolis is gonna fall apart. I know, but what are we supposed to do about it? Understood. At the very least, please take in my friends. We're at level 9 alert, so they can't enter the shelters anymore. Captain, what are you trying to do? Fine. Lieutenant, there are some children and civilians who are unable to get to the shelters. Please accommodate them. Captain, are you sure? This ship is... Do it! Understood. Captain, are you sure? Yes! We'll take off as soon as they're inside. Wow! Reinforcements. Don't be confused. Crusette is actually piloting a different unit from all the others. The, head sprite is slightly different from the others. It is a very slight difference, though. I really didn't notice it at my first time. Although, now that I'm inspecting it further, it's a little less subtle than I had originally thought, but still, it's not that obvious. There it is. If that unit was able to beat Miguel, who, by the way, was in a grunt unit, so it's really nothing too big to be, not too great of an accomplishment, we can't allow it to leave the colony. Take out the Federation's new weapon, as well as Nurgle's forces. I see it now. It seems a noisy fly is flitting around here too. What the? Can you sense me too? You've been burdened with an unfortunate destiny, Mula Flaga. Gah! Raoula Crusette? All the French words! All the French words. You always get in my way. Of course, I often do the same to you. The Sword Strike. It's equipped with a blade. Gee, you think? The Sword Strike. It's equipped with a gun. Right? Right? No? Okay. Everyone should be accommodated by now. Seriously though, why am I doing this? Le Creuset shot down. War shot. Is there victory conditions? And defeat conditions, we no longer have to worry about Kira not dying, which is kind of silly, but whatever. So I'll move a little bit closer to them. I mentioned that Strike Gundam was special. Strike Gundam is a little bit like the, Estevalis. It has alternate frames. Unlike the Estevalis, though, you can separate, back to the original frame at any time. I usually don't do this, but occasionally it's to your advantage, especially if you're, fighting in water terrain with a pack that isn't suited for water terrain. Like, the map's half water and half not water, so you want to have a land pack for the, or have a certain, say, pack that it's really good on land, but not so great in water, to deal with the land enemies, but then you also want to be able to actually move around in the water and actually attack in the water. In any case, let's move our units up. And get all of the warring alerts. Well, not all of the warring alerts. That would imply that I moved Akazuki as well. Let's move the SPTs. Which I actually don't know what the acronym stands. Again, it's quite obvious an acronym, I just don't know what for. Also, these are bases. They give you HP and energy. Huzzah! Let's move the ship a bit forward. I'm not too necessarily concerned if the, artillery frame runs out of energy, because the artillery frame, like, doesn't use it. Like, it literally has no use for energy. Especially since it can't fly. Although, really, that thing would look ridiculous flying. Maybe I shouldn't have moved me here. Oh well, I made the decision, I'm gonna have to live with it now. Anyway, we now have 2 battleships. I can talk about that at a later date, but, who hasn't moved yet? I always forget about I also know how to pronounce his name. I always forget about Mu. I'm gonna say that his name is Mew. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hawk. We're gonna go with Hawk. I always forget that he's up there. Like, every time I've played this map, I've always forgotten that he's up there. In any case, let's end the phase. Enemy phase. Oh boy. Help me. I mean, he doesn't have a great chance of hitting me, but it's 10%, and 10% is, like, that's, at 10%, that is probably the lowest percentage that I would give the probability rolls and actually still expect a hit. So I've had it happen before. I haven't, as long as it's, as long as it isn't a 1-digit number, I've pretty much had it been hit or have hit, no matter what the percentage is. Although I've been hit more often on numbers below 40 than I've hit on numbers below 40, so I think it's somewhat weighted, although I could also be entirely biased because, you know, I just forget all the time that happens to the enemies because I'm just like, yay! So yeah, more beam arrows. Looks like this is going to be 2 episodes as well. Despite the fact that this map's longer. Maybe I'm getting better at the game. Or maybe I'm just being a little more efficient with my time. In any case, we can, on that note, we can, I mean, the 2 episodes have 2 parts, so I can do part 2 today if it doesn't take me more than, or it doesn't take me more than 2 episodes to complete this map, which, given that I just one-shot 2 dudes, is probably going to happen. Who has more health? You do, but oh well, it's heavy machine gun, so phase shift armor will activate. Let's show off the other neat thing about it. It's kind of neat, and I think is a bit better done with the strikes frames as opposed to the Estevalis, is that every strike frame has different attacks, with the exception of the head machine gun, which I absolutely despise. The machine guns on the on pretty much any Gundam unit, or even units that look like Gundams, since the Huckmines from the original Generation series, which are pretty much Gundams, only not. Even those have machine gun in the head things, and they never do any damage at all. They're like, I honestly don't see the point in using it. Especially since quite often there are units that don't, with Gundams, there are attacks that don't even require resources. So really, why? What point is there? Actually, even more to the point, in the original generation games, it's a Gatling gun attack, but the Gatling gun attack, for whatever reason, has a range of 1, which makes it even more useless. How dare you? What? What? Are you saying you wouldn't have shot me down? I think you were trying to shoot me down, because this is a counterattack. You have no right, good sir. None. I'm the one holding the rights. You do not have the rights. Even if I blindfolded myself and tied my arms, you'd still miss. I'm not entirely certain about that. Well, I suppose you could you operate you never get to see the cockpit of any of the mechs, so actually I'm not entirely sure that Stenia could pilot the thing with her feet. I mean, maybe she could. For the future of humanity. No. Objection. You don't know Cypher. He could have been a good guy. He could go in the other direction. I mean, he's trying to destroy an entire colony and murder a bunch of people, but he could be a really good guy. I mean, you never know. We've leveled up potential. Great. Totally the skill that I never use. Mostly because it's a passive ability, so I never notice it. Don't use Orgon Arrow, it's a waste. Blah. How come I can't use my laser beam from that range? Where are you aiming? Oh, the wall? Okay. I'll show you. Yes. Yeah, your buddy said that already. He beat you to the punch. Sorry. Sorry, good sir. What's that guy? I'm hoping that I'm not annihilating enough units for, Okay, time to talk about wire-guided gun barrels. And probably get, Moo killed. Because I do not trust because I really hate probability sometimes. Thank you, probability. You're about as menacing as Mosquito. Says the guy in a plane. Planes do not take damage very well, ever. With the well, actually, I was about to say with the exception of Blue Earth, but Blue Earth technically isn't a plane, it's a spaceship. So is the Mobius, but that's besides the point. It's effectively a plane. Do I want to attack now? I think I'm going to hold off. Because I don't want him retreating. I'm fighting to survive. Even if my enemies are coordinators, I'll continue fighting to that end. You can do that much at least, eh? Still, no matter how good your unit may be, the pilot can only take it so far. I know things that you do not possess, and it is so ironic that you say that. Also, the unit has future sensing, or has the ability to tell the future, so I think I'm good with my physical limitations. Because Cytron doesn't just tell you things that are historical things. No, it tells you everything about anything that has ever happened, ever any. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could risk it, but even still. What's the chain attack? Nice. This is an ammunition-based attack, and it's actually usable in water. All these attacks are usable in water. This is probably the, when you have to deal with water, this is going to be the, frame you select if you're dealing with an all-water map. Which is probably why, contrary to what I normally do, I'm going to actually make Kira a, balanced, physical attacker and, range attacker simply because in addition to the fact that I know things that are going to that he's going to I know things about weapons that he gets in the future that would make him make it incredibly advantageous to make him a skill monkey, but well, not really skill monkey, but a jack of all trades, but well, also not all trades, but in terms of attacking. Of course, first I'm going to up his evasion so that he... Okay, good. I was about to say so that this doesn't happen anymore, but it missed, so never mind. Can you attack? You can. It's once again a bit of a waste. I am finding absolutely zero good times to use that cannon thing. Yes, you do. Also, missiles. Okay, you generic NPCs are beginning to repeat yourselves. And you're not even the same generic NPC. Archangel, interesting, or something you should probably know about the Archangel is, whilst the Nadesco is a incredibly offensively based flagship, and it's also pretty decent at defensively as well, the Archangel is strictly defensively based. It's going to be okay now, but it's not that great later on. In any case, I'm going to move it over here to take care of him. And I forgot to talk about how silly wire-guided gun barrels is. At least in an atmosphere. In the next map, which it takes place in space, it does actually kind of work. And sort of makes sense, although you probably want to have more rockets on it so that it could steer. But, not only is this a video game, but it's a video game based off of an anime. And not only is it based off of an anime, but it's based off of a sci-fi anime, which means that it's fictional. With a bit of science that doesn't actually happen ever. So, you know, I shouldn't really be this nitpicky, but I have nothing else to talk about. Please forgive me. Do you not have strike yet? No. Gets it soon, I assure you. Because Eunice learns so few spirits, spirit commands, you get them really slowly. Unless we're talking about Super Robot Wars R, in which case you get them like every level. And it's silly, because you have like access to all of them by like... Actually, I think the other thing about that though is I think Reversal is actually shorter than Destiny, or Destiny is in the Super Robot Wars game, not the MMO, the PS3, I think it is. I think it's exclusively for the PS3. I could be wrong. I don't actually own the game, don't care to own the game, and know absolutely nothing about the game. I'm in a good position, but I also might want to move. Okay, let's fire some, I guess, testing shots. And hope that he doesn't retreat after this. I want to be able to see how much damage this does. And if I use the missile attack, it would lag the emulator, so let's not do that. No, you could have used Arrow Rain, or... Well, I could have used it. Well, Cypher and I are the same person, because Cypher is my avatar in-game. But, you know... I mean, theoretically, I could have decided to do something else, but I didn't want to do that. You can no longer stop me. I think I'm halfway done. I'm halfway through stopping you, so I can, unless that's your retreat HP, in which case that is scarily accurate. But I don't think it is. I think his retreat HP is a little closer to his death. Yeah. What is your retreat HP by chance? 1265. Neat. He also drops another HE radar, which is, of course, going to go on Cypher. Immediately. No question about it. So let's begin the enemy's turn. And now we're going to be seeing the shortcomings of, well, a lot of units in this game are kind of close range, but the definite shortcoming of the Sword Strike pack, or of this frame, is that it has absolutely no range whatsoever. Excuse me one moment, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Talking to people, making sure they knew that I was recording. So that we couldn't have the whole tradition of every single binary for the Win video ever has always had an interruption in it of some kind. I dismiss it. These are, by the way, I'm pretty sure all German words that I do not understand or know how to pronounce, so you folks can hopefully read. It's underneath Sword Strike Gundam. That is the thing. Okay. Now, he has a pretty decent chance of hitting me, and he's using the laser beam, which means it's going to pass straight through my damage reduction. Thank you. I like how the less evasive frame of Strike Gundam is dodging more than the more evasive frame it has ever dodged. You don't even know that he's an NPC. You shouldn't care. He has 0 life outside of his map. He was created and has been dispelled for the specific purposes of being an enemy grunt unit to be killed. Oh, goodness, that has some range. I'm pretty sure Babel's... Despite the fact that Baldy somehow has more health, I'm pretty sure Babel's supposed to be the tanky one. Evade that. I could probably also defend that if I really wanted to. I also think my microphone was bumped out of position. Sorry. I'm not sure what that has to do with dodging, but okay. Blah. I think I saw your light flashing before my eyes, too. And it was screaming, I'm going to be losing money. Look at the punch! No! I don't want to be gone. I like it here. It's pretty. Ow. Son of a... Yeah, I don't think he's getting the idea that machine guns don't work on giant, broken, OP tanks of tankness that punch in the face from a distance. You're going to die. Oh shit, I need help. Oh, well. Looks like I'll be using assault. Maybe. Stop giving me the option to do that. No. Actually, I don't want I should hit him on the off chance that it doesn't kill him. You're the commander? You bastard. I'm Koji Kabuto, and you're about to get a rocket punch to the face. I like how it was like, it's not intentional for that to happen, but I like how even like it was just the perfect position for him to be auto set up to do rocket punch, and then I said no, so it was almost a perfect setup. You pilot one of these natural built aberrations. Those surface monsters you battle may have let you survive this far, but I will show you no mercy. Yeah, we get it. You're good. You can stop repeating it. It makes it sound. It makes you sound less and less true the more you repeat it. As if you need to convince yourself that holy crap, that is a machine gun, ladies and gentlemen. That is a machine gun. We have a rather significant number of enemies left. Hooray. You have next to no health left. Well, you're getting a linear gun to the face. There he goes. Now, can I shoot somebody with a... Really? How close are you to being dead? Full health. Lovely. Missile the dude. With missiles? I mean, I guess it could happen, but... With missiles? What are they, sword missiles? They just, like, they don't explode, they just open up and the sword pops out for, like, no apparent reason. What? They totally should have... The translator totally should have translated it as W-U-T, just like, what? Ouch. No, it was a dream. Until next time, everybody, we'll finish this map and probably not continue with the next one. Until then, everyone,